Hey, Leah, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. You're a little sideways. So we are live, so you guys just bear with us really quick. Let me show myself here.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, you
Okay.
right side up.
Brain rotation.
How you doing, Miss Leah?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am doing good. Man, we didn't even expect to be back so soon, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, just come back really quick, so do it.
Right.
Yeah. I was just, looking back on the video we took, and I just feel as though I didn't really go into detail enough to really expose IUIC's marriages and really tell everyone what really goes down behind closed doors, because again, it is recent, so it was pretty hard for me to go into detail and show audio, because I do have a lot of audio clips and I have a lot of receipts to prove, that the marriage is pretty much fraud and pretty much really abusive and dangerous to the women. So, just looking at it, I didn't really expose it. So I just got to come back and really give the details. So
Definitely
that's what
understand.
we're here to do tonight. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely, Leah. Like, I can understand that. Like, this is fresh, it's new. Like, I know IUIC men, they don't have emotions for some reason. So they can't understand that it's very fresh and it's still hurtful. And I'm just glad you're gonna go all the way and just lay it on the table, because they will make us look like liars. They'll make you look like a liar. And I know that your ex said a few things on that Friday night garbage that ASAP, who calls himself a deacon, does every Friday night. That was crazy. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did see where he literally called your ex. Like, he's really reaching for some reason. Whoa.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have done that. He should not have came on that phone call in front of all those people and absolutely just lie. Like, your deacon that you are meeting for the very first time through the phone, you're just gonna up and lie and to his over the phone. Like, that's crazy. I was really mind blown that he would do that. So I'm really here to set the record straight, because there's always three sides to the story: her side, his side, and the truth. So I have the truth with the proof that I have, because
Right.
certain little someone asked for proof. So I have the proof. I have my side, and you heard his side. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let me see. Do you have like, this is random. Do you have like a fan on in the background or something? Maybe it's just me on my side.
Yeah, I do. It's really hot in here. So, okay. Let me turn it down. I was just going to ask you, but I completely forgot. Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I don't want to get like static. I want them to hear every word and every.
Okay, yeah, definitely. And I'm going to, double check to see if you can hear the audio too, because it is kind of low, but he's pretty much yelling. So you're going to pretty much hear everything that he has to say, but you probably won't hear as much as what I say, because I'm not yelling. So it is pretty low. I'll double check with you to see, if you can hear.
Okay, yeah.
So,
and just so people know what she means by bringing out audio is that we actually, Leah actually has proof that her husband was very, very abusive, verbally abusive, and very aggressive, to the point where she was afraid he might do something. Okay, I'm just saying that. I'm gonna let Leah speak for herself, but she does have proof via audio on her phone of how the relationship went down, because obviously people love to lie and people want proof from IUIC. So here is your proof.
Okay.
You asked for it. You got it.
All right.
So whenever you're ready, Leah, you could do your thing.
I'm ready. So I'm just gonna, walk you guys down pretty much by the time we got engaged. So Right after we got engaged, the day we got engaged, I moved into his apartment. So there was a couple instances that I got, some red flags. For instance, he did not know his doctrine as well as he thought he did. For instance, I was cooking dinner one night. It was, I want to say it was about to be Friday night, so it was about to be the Sabbath. It was on the verge of being, like, the sun was going down, and I was done doing the heat part of the dinner. So I needed to blend it at the end. I was making a soup. So I started blending, and by this time the sun went completely down. So I started blending, and that is not using fire. It's not going against the Sabbath, and what they teach is wrong and right regarding the Sabbath.
Right.
So I started blending. He got up out of his chair and literally backed me into a corner saying, "What are you doing?" Like, he was so confident that I was breaking the Sabbath. And I had to stop with everything I was doing. He said, "I will throw this whole dinner out. What are you doing?" So I said, "Jamin, I'm not using fire. Like, this is not breaking the Sabbath." He just
right.
did anything. Like, we had to sit down in the living room and argue a good 10 minutes on how I was not breaking the Sabbath, but he just did not get what I was saying. So I decided to call Officer Zurio. I said, "Officer Zurio, is me using a blender breaking the Sabbath?" He said, "No, that's not." Jamin just got quiet. I had to hang up. And I didn't let him know that Jamin, thought that was a sin, because I wasn't supposed to be in his house. We were still engaged. So, yeah. So he just got quiet. And I said, "So you don't have anything to say?"
Right.
We're for sure confident that that was breaking the Sabbath. But all of a sudden I call the officer and you get quiet. You're okay with it. He said his excuse was it didn't rub my spirit the right way. I was not used to, I'd never done that on the Sabbath, so it rubbed my spirit the wrong way. That didn't make any sense to me, but hey, that was his excuse. So
for backing you into a corner and threatening to throw all your hard work, your food out that you made for him.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Wow.
So
That's
it's the same instance. So I had I was going out to take my car in to get it a diagnostic, and I had no fringes on my skirt, but I had it on my cardigan. He thought I had to have the fringes on the ends of the skirt. That was a sin not to have it on the ends of the skirt, but I had it on my cardigan. So
right, you had it on.
Yeah, I had
That's
on
the whole point. Yeah,
but it just was not on the it wasn't on the end of the skirt. So he thought that was a sin. He did not let me leave the house. Like, he went to the door and he did not let me leave. Like, he put his hands on me, to push me back, saying, "You are not leaving. You need to put on some fringes on your skirt, because all the sisters in the congregation have that on. So that's how it's supposed to be." And then he brought out the Bible on the verse about the fringes. And I said, "Jamin, it says the hem. It doesn't say the bottom of your clothing. That means that you would need to have fringes on the bottom of your pants." And so again, I called Officer Zurio. I felt really stupid because this is an obvious question. I knew I was right. So he says, "You're right. You don't need to have fringes on your skirt as long as you have on fringes." Again, he just went into the corner and let me go out the house. So silence again.
And how did you feel? Like, because it's like almost a
flag. That was a red flag for me. I was like, wow. So I'm gonna need, if Officer Zuriel did not pick up the phone, I could have not left. So that was a huge red flag. Now we are engaged, and he told me that I'm promised to him, so I cannot back out of the engagement. So I have to get married to him. So that's what I thought. So it was a really big red flag for me, but again, I just surpassed it. So, and after that, he just was like, "Oh, well," he changed it up. At first he said it was a sin. Now he said, "Well, in my house, I want my wife to have fringes on her skirt." I said, "Jamin, you just brought the Bible and told me I was sinning because I didn't have this, So So now, fast forward to the wedding. So he had lied about the wedding, saying he did not know that members of IUIC made my friends leave. So, also Aesop kind of guided him, saying I didn't have any friends and I didn't get along with the sisters.
Right. What was that about?
So,
I don't get why he said that.
I'm pretty sure he said that because I had to kind of, I just spoke my mind to the sisters. Sometimes I had to kind of put them in check because they were kind of going off a little, like they just kind of felt like they can talk to you any type of way.
Right.
I'll give you some examples later. But now regarding the wedding, I had multiple sisters volunteering their services to help me out with the wedding. And these sisters were certified, you know, one went to culinary school, got her certificate. The other one has her business for photography and so on, right? So I trusted these sisters. I was like, sure, you know what? I asked a couple sisters and most of them came to me and, you know, offered their services. So if I didn't get along with a lot of sisters, I don't know why they would volunteer their services to help for free. For one, and then the other one charged me. But anyways, yeah, if I didn't get along with the sisters, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't volunteer their time, let alone show up to my wedding. So Nanilia was she was a baker. She graduated from culinary school or whatever, and she was a baker. So she was going to do my cake. Now, Natanya, she's Officer Shem's wife. She was in charge of the photography. That's the one that I said I never received my pictures because she thought it was out of order to give my wedding pictures to me. She wanted my husband to get involved with she says, have your Lord call my Lord so I can give you the pictures. But before that, she said she lost her job and she couldn't get a USB card to download the pictures to give it to me. So she switched it up. And I asked multiple times for the pictures, never got it. And she gave me that excuse. But we had a Daughters of the Sarah meeting where we were exchanging our services there. So I don't know how that would have been out of order for you to just give your services, what you do for a living,
right,
to me. So
your pictures. Give you your pictures.
Just give me the pictures. So anyways, I'm gonna tell you how they pretty much ruined the wedding. If I did not have my family by my side, they would have for sure ruined my wedding, for sure. So Nanilia with the cake. I texted this girl the morning of my wedding to check up on the cake. I said, how is the cake doing? Is everything good? She says, no, I cracked the cake. Leadership's going to handle it. I'll give you a refund Thursday. I'm so sorry. So,
wow.
She would have never told me. I had to text her the day of my wedding.
Crack the cake. Is this the one, the culinary, whatever?
That is the most basic thing that you were supposed to learn in culinary school. And you can't make a freaking cake. So I said, all right, that really, really ruined that ruined my whole vibe, right? So I called her to try to get, you know, some understanding because it was not clear to me, like, what's happening with the cake? Can you start over? Like, what's going on? She did not pick up the phone. My mother called her, left her a voicemail, please call me back. Did not pick up the phone. So at this point, we're all panicking, right? And I had one of the sisters do my makeup because she's a makeup artist, so to speak. So I'm waiting for her. She's a whole hour late. She went to the wrong address. She went to the address of the wedding, not the hotel that I told her that morning to be at. So she said, I went to the wrong address. So I have this cake, this makeup artist that's late. I'm just in a wreck, right? And they see it on my face when they arrive, finally. So I told her that I want a natural, soft, brown, smoky eye for my wedding. She did a dark, very like dark brown, like I was going to the club type of makeup, right? So I had her do it all over again. That took up more time. So it delayed the wedding. Now, that's that. So we got the cake. My mom finally got a cake from, my family had to come in. My uncle went to Costco and got a cake last minute. So I was like, okay, store-bought cake, whatever.
Right.
Keep going, right? So, Sister Noy, she is the officer of Officer Eliza's wife. She agreed to have her daughter as my flower girl, right? So she confirmed. I got the colors down. You know, she said she was gonna get the dress and everything confirmed, right? I double confirmed, I think like a week before, to say, hey, do you have the dress? Is everything good? I got the basket, I got the flower petals, all of that.
Right.
She said, my Lord does not want his daughter to be a part of that tradition. So she flops.
Oh my goodness.
So that began the stress, right?
So
she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, well, I wish I could have known this earlier so I could have got another flower girl. So when I say things like that, my ex is like, this is why she didn't get along. Because I actually spoke up and I told them about themselves. You know, it's not always responsible. Instead of just like, okay, sis, most Congress, like, I no.
Exactly. Instead of brainwashed, just saying anything.
Right. So the DJ was a part of the camp as well. He did a terrible job. You know, the first dance was not even on the playlist that I told him to play. He just was not really all there. The song I was supposed to walk down the aisle to, he did the wrong song. So my mom had to come out and tell him to switch to the right song. He was just not there. David and Solomon, those are the ones who made my friends leave. They were the ones who tried to convert my two friends. One was Hispanic and Asian, and the other one was Indian. David was converting Prika, that was her name, and Solomon was converting Elise.
At the wedding?
While I was getting married.
Lord have mercy.
I had no clue. By the time I walked, by the time we were done, they were gone, I think. Yeah, I had no clue where they went. So they were converting two of my friends, and it went so far they covered their head with napkins. They said that family, since they didn't have their head covers, they were shameful women or something. They insulted my family at my wedding and made them feel so uncomfortable. I think David told Prika, is that even a real religion that you are a part of? What is that? I've never heard of Hindu.
Oh my God.
Just completely disrespecting everything, you know, that she's all about, right?
Right.
So the leadership got a hold of them, and they told them that they were out of order and they didn't know what spirit they had on them, but they needed to stop. This is not the place. So leadership did put them in check on that. And Jamin was there. He was in the back room telling them, you know, hey, it's not cool to. So when Asaph asked Jamin, did any of the members make your wives' friends leave? He said no. But he knew. He said, I didn't know until after the fact they were there. But he told them at the very beginning of the wedding to move somewhere. And so he knew that they were there and he knew that happened. He actually didn't even tell me that my friends left and why they left. Because I even said, I was like, do you know where Prika and Elise went? You know, I don't know why they just left. He says, I don't know. But he did know. So he didn't tell me anything. He didn't tell me a lot of stuff. He would only tell me stuff if I really, really asked or if it was beneficial to him. So right after the wedding, we got home. And then we opened up the gifts and stuff. And then Leah gave us a gift of the cake. She gave me 2 slices of the broken cake. And that was a very interesting gift. You know, I gave a thank you card to her, though, you know.
What the heck?
I told my grandmother that she was so mad. She said she gave you the crumbs of the cake for a gift.
Right. Are you serious?
I said, yes, grandmother, she did. Like,
that's trifling.
Came there. Wait, hold on. Nanelia came to my wedding, did not speak to me, but ate all the food. She was the one time I seen her, she was in line getting food that we paid for, but did not speak to me regarding the cake, did not apologize, but came up to my ex-husband. She definitely came up to him. girl, anyway, so yeah.
Wow.
So after that, we got a honeymoon. My mom set up a honeymoon for us to go to Mexico. He didn't want to go at first because it involved the weekend and he was going to miss the Sabbath class, so he didn't want to go. And I said, okay, well, I can get Wi-Fi on there and we can watch the class on the Sabbath, whatever, right? And he was, the trip, like, he honestly almost ruined the trip. I mean, I had seasickness. Like, I got really seasick, and I needed, my grandma got me some ginger, some natural seasick motion sickness pills, and they had gelatin in it. So it's like, oh
that's
no,
pork, girl. Ooh, that's pork.
Right. So I was like, okay, I can take apart the pill and just take out the ginger and drink that, right? And he's like, nope, it's defiled already. It's defiled. So I couldn't even take my medicine and enjoy the trip like I really wanted to because he thought it was defiled, but I already took off the whatever.
Right. According to IUIC, everything got pork in it. Everything got pork in it, y'all.
So he did not care about his wife's well-being. He cared about if that it could be defiled, even though I took the defiled part off of it.
The capsule, right?
Yeah, I took the capsule off and I dropped it in some water and mixed it up, and he said no, and that's how that went. So we got to Mexico, and it was really, really nice. It was so beautiful. We went to the flea market, and it was a lot of, you know, selling, and the men would come up to you and ask you if you wanted this, wanted that. So we started arguing out there. I don't know what it was, but he said shut up so loud that this Mexican man had to come up to him and say, hey, calm down, like you're on vacation, like relax. So I just got away from that point. I don't even know what he started the argument about, but that was just so embarrassing. So now, after we got married, came back from Mexico, he prohibited me from visiting my family. He his words were they were a stumbling block for me.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever, I don't know what that means, but you know, I just got married, you know, I just pretty much moved out. Like, I wanted to visit them sometime, but
yeah, your family.
That isolation is so strong. He just could not. That's one of the main factors is isolation. So he just prohibited me from visiting my family. So pretty much once we got back, it was past time for the refund. She told me I was going to get it Thursday, and I waited like at least 3 days after Thursday to get herself. Maybe she was forgot or whatever. So I texted Anelia about the cake refund because she told me she was going to give me my refund on Thursday from her. Like, she said it like in bold letters, like from me, you know.
Right.
And I have not heard from her. So I texted her and I said, sis, you know, I said it really nicely. I just asked for the refund. Have you forgot? What is it? So, she said, leadership is going to refund you. Yeah, so talk to leadership.
Whoa. Wait, I gave my money to you.
Yeah, by you, because if they're not going to give it to me. They're going to give it to the man, right? So
yeah,
we don't have the same checking account. We don't have the same this, that. It's not going to get to me. So I said, no. You need to give me the money. And she's just like, well, I told leadership about the situation and they told me they would handle it. And I was like, well, you didn't think you could say that? Well, I didn't say this, but you didn't think you needed to relay that information to me?
Right.
Once again, she's just not responsible. She's not communicating with me what's going on. So by this time, I'm really irritated. She cracked the cake. I mean, that's understandable, but she didn't tell me about it. She didn't answer my phone call. She ignored my phone call. She didn't say anything to me at the wedding. And now she's not giving me my refund back. So now I need to tell her about herself because she's
exactly
right.
Yeah, that's too much.
I did it very professionally. I was not ratchet. Again, you know, I was in the truth. So it's like, I was like in the doctrine. So I was like, you know, nice.
Exactly.
This is very inconvenient and unprofessional of you. You know, you said you were going to do something and I expect you to do it. So she did not I did shaking my head okay when she said go to leadership, and she said, why are you shaking your head? And then I told her that. So by this time, she did not text back. She actually forwarded the messages over to Officer Benaya. And it was around 9 p.m., I'd say, like around 8, 9. Mm-hmm. So Officer Benaya, the head leader, messaged me on Slack saying, please stop bothering Nanilia. We're going to get you your money, blah, blah, blah. We're going to go through your Lord or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much telling me what to do. That's very against their doctrine. They do not tell other wives what to do. If told his wife something like that at 9 o'clock at night, past, you know,
right? Why are you? Mm-hmm.
It would be a problem. So I texted him back. I said, this is out of order. You texted me trying to tell me what to do, and I just got married. It's 9 p.m. You know, this is out of order. You speak with my husband now. So he didn't text back to that, but yeah. So that's how that went. And then I actually showed Jamin that message from Slack that Officer Benaya sent me. And he didn't have a problem with it. He said, oh, he's just telling you to be in order or whatever the heck.
Wow.
He looked at it and he was like, all right, well, he just said it. He's going to speak to me. He had no problem with him telling me what to do at 9 p.m. at night, right? This was a conversation between me and Nanilia, and she's going to involve a whole nother married man in the conversation. That's what I mean. They cannot finish conversations or intellectual conversations, responsibilities, without a man telling them, finishing their thoughts. So that's an example of that. So now on December 2017, again, we got married November 2017. A month after we got married, that's when he began to turn into like the demon that he really is, like the medium, or my grandmother, the spirit that came through the medium, who said, you're going to see a different side to him. As soon as you guys say I do, this is when it came about.
The real, yeah.
Yeah, when his real side came out, he didn't hold back. It didn't take no time. So, so December, I was on the phone with my mom. We were planning on coming over. They were planning on coming over, you know, to have dinner, right? So Jamin told my mom, or Jamin told me to tell my mom she better have a skirt on before she comes over here, or she's not coming in the house. And my mom, she like overheard that. She's like, oh, so he's gonna let his mother-in-law stay outside in the cold? Like, did I hear that right? But she's kind of like playing, but like, did you really say that? So he's like, no, tell her, right? And I did like this because I'm on the phone, like I'm having a conversation. And so he like walked away, and he thinks that I didn't tell her about the skirt thing. Mm-hmm. So he comes back, and my phone is cracked. I had an iPhone, and my phone was really, really cracked, right? It's been cracked for like a whole year. I just didn't get it fixed. So he takes my phone from my hand, but it was like through so much force. He like squeezed my hand as he was taking the phone away. Right. So when he did that, my finger got caught on a part of the glass. Yeah. It like, I was leaking, girl. Like, it cut my finger so bad. I was literally leaking on the carpet, on my leg. Like, it was really, really bad. So I said, Jamin, like, why would you do that? He's like, you should have told her that to wear a skirt. Don't just tell me to hold on. No, I'm your Lord. You stop all conversations when I'm talking with you. Wow. So I told him, Jamin, I told her already. When you walked away, that's when I told her. And then he's like, oh, well, you should have said that. I didn't know. So he was being apologetic and that sort. And I wanted my phone. He still had my phone. And he didn't give me my phone back because he thought I was going to take a picture. And which I did, because I was about to take a picture of that because it was really, really bad. So by the time he gave me my phone back, I cleaned up the cut and everything, and it didn't really look that bad, but it was really, really bad. So, and I have receipts on that too. So, yeah. So, uh, now in case anybody's listening right now and thinks I'm lying, like when I said it was beginning to get too dangerous for me to stay, I have audio clips. So this is an exposed video. So this is what it is. So I'm
Right.
about to show you guys this. It's very disturbing. If you're really sensitive, just skip over this or just pause it, whatever, and then I'll come back. But I'm going to show you guys the audio of him pretty much attacking me. One of our arguments, and it leads up to him attacking me again, and it's really hard to listen to. So that's why I say, you know, if you're really sensitive, then just pause it and
Right.
come back like 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. It's about 4 different clips, and one of them is 8 minutes. They're just a couple minutes, so I'm just gonna get to it. And
I am so like nervous. Oh my God. Like,
yeah, you haven't heard it. I really
I
wanted to
haven't
show
heard
you
it.
before we went live, but I literally have not shown anybody this. It's so embarrassing. It's really hard to share this to the world because it's not like I've seen this coming in my life. You know, it's
Yeah.
really hard to listen to. So yeah, nobody has ever heard these clips. Not my mother, not my closest friends, not anyone but me.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Well,
yeah. So I'm gonna turn off the camera, and then I'm just gonna get it over with, and then I'll come back, and then
and I'll turn my camera off too so they can pay attention to the audio. Again, guys, this is going to be a little disturbing, so we're just going to let it play and just embrace yourselves. I don't know what to expect, but I'm going to turn my camera off and we're going to listen.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You put your own shit, bitch. Keep talking to me stupid. Keep talking to me stupid, bitch.
This is emotional.
Come on, put all that clothes.
We have no value. Stop it! So you are. What?
out of order, man. You out of order. Who the hell told you to do that? Who the hell told you to text another man? Huh? Nobody. You did it on your own will, on your own time. Who told you to do that?
I'm just finally taking action.
You're my wife. I tell you what to do and what not to do. There ain't no taking action.
Okay, well, let's just read this book and tell me if this doesn't sound exactly like your freaking church.
We go according to the Bible.
I go to according to the Bible too.
Okay. So go to where you said that. To the author. We waking up our people to come back to their heritage. What the hell are you talking about? You know some bullshit, man.
You're gonna make me.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Pull it up.
You're gonna make me delete
Pull it up.
Is that why you want me to pull it up? You're not gonna pull it up if you just want me to delete it. I told him.
You want to see action? Pull it up, or it won't be action. Pull it up.
What action?
Pull it up, or it won't be action. Didn't nobody tell you to do that? Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull that shit up. Pull it up. Nobody told you to do that shit. Pull it up.
No. Like, I don't want him.
Put the information now. Pull up the information, Leah. I'm not playing with you. Pull up the fucking. And who told you to do that?
This book, if you would just read
You
it.
are on your own accord. I go according to the Bible.
Me too.
You counsel with me to do whatever you want to do that's on your mind. You didn't counsel with me to do that. That's a problem. You're going against the Bible.
I've been telling you.
I don't give a damn. You married me.
I didn't marry
You don't make
him.
no rules. You don't make no rules.
I'm not.
You are going according to your own mind, your own counsel.
Okay.
Pull it up.
I'll pull it up. But you have to read this, what I read.
Pull it up.
Can you read this first?
Pull it up.
Can you read this first, please?
No, pull it up.
Okay, I'm not pulling it up then.
Leah, I promise you, I am going to do some things I'm going to regret. Pull it up. Pull it up. You're going against, pull it up. Who told you to do that? Pull it up. Leah, stop. Leah, I promise, pull it up. Pull it up. You hard-headed ass kid. Pull it up. You got a mentality of it. Pull it up, man. Didn't nobody do shit on your own will. Just like the other day. Oh, I'm doing dashing. And why didn't you let me know? You want to do shit on your own accord. You're showing the pattern of what you want to do on your own. That's a fucking problem. Pull it up. Pull it up. Leah, I promise you, if I gotta repeat myself one, hey, pull it up. Pull it up. Or I'll burn that book. Pull it up. If it's not complimenting the word of God, it has nothing to do with it.
Happy Sabbath, officer. For a while now, my spirit has been very good against the spirit of IUIC. Please remove me from all but I no longer choose to associate with
Speak with my Lord. This is out of order.
This is what I sent today.
Who told you to send that? Delete it. Did you just go out of it? Leah, I promise you, I'm gonna
What?
open the fucking thing back up. Who told you to do that? You're doing. Look, man. Leah, go open it back up. Who the fuck told you to do that?
This book, if you just read it.
Leah, you're going against God. Am I your husband? You go according to me, not according to the book. Open it up. You still gotta do everything through me. You're not ready for marriage, man. What the fuck are you texting another man for? You come to me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Leah, I'll pull it back up before I ruin this. Pull it back up. Pull it back up. Leah, pull it back up.
I'm not doing it.
Who the fuck told you to do that? You're pointing, am I the book? Do you go according to a book or your husband? You don't even have a fucking answer. That's a fucking shit. Why did you marry me? You're a fucking joke. I don't text none of them sisters about nothing. Why the fuck are you texting Officer Benaya? You're out of order. Go back to it and pull it up, or it's going to be a problem.
I'm not doing that. I only texted him to end my ties with him. That's the only reason. I can't delete myself.
Call Leah. Leah, you're out of order. You didn't do it. That's not how you do things. Why the fuck would you do that?
So I don't want to be in it anymore. And if you would read it, I would let you know. Why? My Ben did not want to be in it, but I'm just saying action now.
Action from whose call? Who gave you the order to make the action?
Why not?
When you have a husband. So who fucking mind is
I'm trying to save us.
Who are you fucking saving?
Okay, get away.
You're trying to save yourself. You ain't saving nobody. Who told you to do that? You're not saving nobody. Who told you to do that?
You're making me feel uncomfortable.
Man, you so fucking, man, you selfish as fuck, man. You stupid, man. Who the fuck told you?
No!
Who the fuck told you?
What is wrong
Who
with
told you to text him? Who told you to text him? Who told you to fucking text him?
Jamie, get off.
Shut the fuck up.
You get off me. Move.
Who told you to text him? Your decisions.
Get away from me, dude. You're nuts. Did I react like that when you ripped up my book? It's your emotion.
Back and forth with you every day, man.
I was trying to go to sleep.
Can two walk together except to be agreed? No. You can't live with me. You don't agree. Don't agree. No reason for you to be here. Should have just stayed at your parents' house every time you go, every week you go. You should be taking shit. Fuck, I'm not gonna sign up for. I don't want to be with you. Where your car keys at? I'm about to put all that shit in there for you. Make it easy for you. your car keys?
I don't trust you. You probably gonna
Leah, where is your car keys, man?
I just said I don't trust you.
Leah, you're getting out of my house.
Not
so
right
now,
now.
everything is disconnected.
Not
you can
right
stay over
now.
there, you can grab all your stuff and stay over there at your parents' house because you trust them. That's fine.
I have class later.
I don't care what you have. That's your
I
business.
know.
We're about to separate. I'm not worried about you. You're going to do you.
You never did care.
I did at a point, but now it's just done. You about to go back into the world. Have fun. You got to go, Leah. You have to go.
Okay, that was it. Those were the recordings of, that was the proof of I was in a very, very dangerous situation. And at this point, I had to hide like all the knives, all the weapons in the house because I didn't know what he was capable of. So it's really hard for me to share this information. And that's why I didn't do that in the first video. I have pictures of
Oh my God.
yeah.
I'm so sorry that.
Yeah, that's how I was, you know. You're going to make me cry, but that's how I was when I first listened to them again. So
I'm sorry, you guys. That was just, that's painful. And I see why you didn't want to, she didn't even want to go there, you guys, in part one. She did not want to even go there like that. But when he lied and was acting like it was all good, talking to Deacon Asaph, saying, oh, yeah, sir, she's the demon, she's this, she's that, like they do because they're misogynists, they hate women. And this is what really goes on behind closed doors. So this is serious. I'm not tolerating any foolish comments. Look, do not play with me today. I'm so serious. If you guys see any comments in here talking about this is fake, this and that, delete them immediately.
I don't know how they could say this is made up. I mean,
they're devils. That's how they get down. They hate women. They're for abuse. They're pro abuse. That's why, Leah. So don't even pay attention. I've deleted.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm prepared for it, but there's no way you can deny this. I have pictures of the marks that he would leave. Like I don't even know how they would get there, but I would have marks. I would have bruises. This is just a scratch like on my wrist. I don't know how it got there, but it got there. I was in January. This was in January. This is on my arm.
Wow.
This is markings that he left on my eye.
That's straight up abuse, man.
This is from the you can see there's 2 marks here on my eye when he scratched my eye, and I have a police report on this. This is just documentation on what I had to go through, you know. This was February. This is when I first found out IUIC was a cult. This is when I was trying to get out.
Yeah.
This is in February. This is another bruise, like.
Wow. Wow.
And
wow.
This was in December. This is what I was saying when he had pulled the phone out of my hands. So you can see my my finger is like really, really cut. I cleaned it up because he had took my phone because I was trying to take a picture. But you can see my leg, how it was just like blood on it from it was just leaking everywhere. And this is in December. This was a month after we got married. So those are the receipts. I mean, I don't know how they could they could, how he could just lie like that and get on the phone. I mean, he said, do not get on this phone if you did something wrong to her. Don't do it. Because
Right.
that's going to make everybody look bad. That's going to make them look really, really bad, because he was vouching. He was calling me a liar. He was not abusive to me. He didn't do anything that was out of order, what have you. But you can see he literally just lied.
Yeah. He lied for sure. And that's what those men do in there.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry, Leah. You have to experience that.
Yeah, I have to forgive myself for putting me in that predicament. I mean, like I said in the previous video, I had many red flags. I mean, as anyone would with dealing with a narcissist. I mean, before we got married, he said he would literally knock out everybody in my family out of nowhere. I mean, I don't even know where that came from, but we broke up after that. And because I don't play with my family. Like, you can do a lot of stuff to me, but like when it comes to my family, that's another story. So he just was, I have a little sister, like I'm the oldest. So when you say that, like that's too much for me. So he said that. I mean, he was mean to his own siblings. He wouldn't care about, their feelings or anything like that. He wouldn't care about my feelings, like towards a certain request I made. And he just shouted out of nowhere. We were on the way to congregating with IUIC. He was just like, I don't care about your feelings. I just don't. And it just got so quiet in the car, like.
Right.
And then when I bring stuff up like this, he'll just say, I didn't mean it like that, or it came out the wrong way, or he'll try to back it up, or
the
manipulation are really trash.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not looking for sympathy.
Right.
I'm not looking for that at all. I mean, I take full responsibility of listening and trusting his word, that he would never do this to me, that he would never, do what he did. But when you get him angry, he just loses all type of rational thinking. So again, I'm not looking for sympathy. I didn't even want to show this to the world, but a certain someone, again, they asked for proof, and here it is. So this, ladies, is who you are marrying when marrying someone in IUIC. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get somebody like this. Again, I was having conversations with sisters, and they were telling me similar stuff to what my ex-husband was doing. So they're pretty much all the same.
You can tell from the leadership how Asaph, if you just watch Friday Night Raw, how angry Asaph is, and how just watch him, how he hate women. They all hate women up there. They have mommy issues. They always talk about something in the past. Oh, my mom didn't treat me right, blah, blah, blah. And it builds up into hatred for all women, especially Black women. They hate Black women. And this is truly sad, because the men, they mimic the leaders. So this is how the leaders treat their wives. Like you said, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a man like this in IUIC, because it is a destructive cult. And I am, this is so sick. This is sick, man. And they will try to justify this because they're pro-abuse. They're pro-abuse. And they want to break women down spiritually, physically, and mentally. They just hate women. They're misogynists. And people don't know a lot about this until you actually join. But they will show you the happy faces, the smiling faces of everybody who got married in IUIC. And they'll say, IUIC build marriages. We don't break it. So
yeah,
that's
they real vulnerable, sensitive, good women in. They're so sweet. Every one of those females have similar, personality traits, and most of them are the nice girls. They have difficulty saying no, and they prey on these type of women. again, the males have similar personality traits. 9 times out of 10, they have a lot of narcissistic personality traits.
Yeah.
The women, they don't have a lot of self-love for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, I was speaking with a female, and she constantly would make excuses for her husband's inappropriate behavior.
Yeah.
So again, you know, it's really important to protect yourself at the end of the day, because you will run across people like this who will take advantage of you.
And use the Bible. Use the Bible.
Oh yeah, they hide behind the Bible. They don't really care what the Bible says unless it is benefiting them. That's it.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's really hard for me to, you know, finish this video, but I just want to switch gears because I don't want this video to be long. I just wanted to set the record straight.
Yeah.
So nobody's wondering what is the truth and what is not. So I want to put this out regarding Officer Benaiah.
And who is that again, so that they'll know who that is?
That is the officer running Northern California's camp. He's married to what's her name? Sarah. I forget her name. I forgot most of the people's names up in there. But Officer Benaiah, who is Jamin's spiritual father, who he came forth and said that I was not ready for marriage or I needed work. Truth be told, I would never be ready to be one of those men's wives. That's actually that would be a bad sign if he said I wasn't ready.
Right.
So I just want to put this information out that I received from one of the girls that was congregating with IUIC for a good month. I want to say a year and a half ago. They left really fast. But when I put out the video, they reached out to me and they wanted to link up for lunch and talk about what happened. How did I get out finally?
Yeah.
So we went out to lunch, and one of the females told me that Officer Benaiah was basically sexting her at the beginning of them trying to get into the congregation. So I think everybody knows in IUIC that they request a headshot from you. And Officer Benaiah was texting this girl to send a picture. So one thing led to another. He took off his shirt, she took off hers, and they were just swapping pictures back and forth. Mind you, he has about 9 children, not by the same wife, and he's married. Let me say that again. He is fully married, okay? And he is running a 30-plus member, I want to say 40-plus member camp.
Yeah.
Complete hypocrite. The Pharisee to the core, right? Leading the fake life. So making this female feel so uncomfortable at the end of the day, because he was telling her that, oh, you know, you can be my wife in the kingdom. You know, we can have multiple marriages, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was really talking to this guy like they were in freaking high school. I didn't believe it at first, because I've been around this guy for 2+ years. Okay. And I just did not believe that could be true. But that's what was said. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past her. Like, I honestly would believe it, because a lot of these men, again, they put this image out here, and what you just heard and seen is not that image.
Right. Right. They call themselves the prophets, don't they?
The born again prophets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are gods themselves.
Yeah.
But they're the born again Pharisees, which means hypocrites. So they say one thing and they're doing another.
Right.
So I just want to put that out there. I didn't want this video to be long or anything, but they just led me to no choice. So I'm pretty much done talking about them at this point.
Right.
This was a really hard video.
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't know if you wanted to comment on anything, but
I just
that's
want to
all
thank you. I just want to thank you, Leah, for even showing us that and sharing that, because you guys, she did not want to share this. She didn't even want to say her ex's name. She is not that type of person. But when Asaph coerced her ex and asked him all these questions to make her look bad and make her look like the liar, she had to defend her name, because as you guys heard, he straight up lied. He said he never abused her. He said he never talked to her crazy. He said she was the demon, she's the devil. And this is how the guys act in IUIC towards women. The women are always wrong. They're devils. Women are devils. Women are Jezebels. Women don't know nothing. This is how the men think of women in IUIC and a lot of these Black Hebrew Israelite camps. They don't respect women and they hate women. Okay? So thank you so much, Leah, for that. I know it was hard. It was very hard. And I just thank you for that. And it will help a lot of people. It will definitely help a lot of people come out and tell the truth about IUIC and any other Black Hebrew Israelite cult, destructive religious cult out there. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. We're going to end the video. Thank you to all the moderators who have deleted all those crazy comments. That's it, guys. This is the end of the IUIC Marriage Exposed. That's all. That's all. That's it, and that's all. We're not going to go back and forth. We're not going to argue with IUIC. The proof is right there. You want a proof? The proof is right there. We're just going to, please, everybody, pray for Leah. Pray for her strength, her courage, and that she continue going the way that God intended her to go. And that's it, guys. Have a great night. We hope you're edified, and we will continue to pray for IUIC, because this is sad and sick. All right, you guys. Have a great night. We're out of here. You want to say anything, Leah?
I'm good. I'm just gonna take a glass of wine and get far away from IUIC. If you're thinking about it, don't do it. Your intuition is probably telling you not to be in there. Listen to it, okay? Because they are all liars, and they're gonna project what they are onto you, which is liars. So they said we were lying. The proof says otherwise. So
yeah.
Good night, guys.
Have a great night, guys.